car washes. I've only been through one twice, if that makes sense. The second time was when I was with one of my friends and his parents decided to take their car to the car wash. The first time, however, it didn't exactly go according to plan. When I was younger, this is the car that my mum had, a Nissan X-Trail. I remember it well because it had a CD player that you could have 6 CDs in at once. I am very sure we probably left one in there when we sold it. Now another thing about this car was it had a sunroof, and this was a sunroof that you could open. So you had a choice of whether you just wanted the glass shut and the cover off, or just have the glass open and the cover open too. Now, my mum decided that we would get the car washed. This was actually the first time I'd ever been through a car wash, and I was surprised that she suggested it. So, everything was fine until, well, we get about a quarter of the way into the car wash machine. Next thing I know, my head starts to get a bit wet. I look up and, well, there's water dripping on my head. Next thing we know, as we get further and further into it, the water intensifies and we end up getting soaked. And I literally mean soaked. Soap, water, oh, there was just so much of it just getting into the car. We were absolutely drenched by the time we got out. What happened was, we had the cover of the sunroof closed, but we hadn't closed the glass, meaning that the water was just being on top of the cover and seeping through it into the car. Let's just say, it wasn't only the car that was getting a wash that day. Me and my mum did as well. Now, one thing I don't understand is, throughout the whole experience, me and my mum were just trying to cover up parts of the roof and making sure that it wouldn't get on us and just like trying to rub off soap and all sorts off us. But one thing I don't get is, not at one point throughout the whole thing did we think to close the glass. You would think that would be our first reaction. Water's seeping in, let's shut the glass. But no, I think it was only because, well, it was such a shock to us and, well, we were just having a laugh throughout it. Because, well, it was pretty funny, you have to admit. So I guess the thought of closing the glass never came to mind. So if there's anything to take away from this, if you have a car that has a sunroof that you can open, and that's open the glass, well, make sure it's shut before you go through a car wash, or you might be getting a wash as well.